Hello students, welcome to chemistry classes. Today we are going to discuss the periodicity in properties. The third property is electron gain enthalpy or simply electron affinity. So far we discussed atomic radius, ionic radius, ionization energy and their periodic trends, variations, etc. Now what is electron affinity? What are the factors which majorly govern the electron affinity? Some specific characteristic property of this electron affinity and the salient features of electron affinity. Electron affinity is defined as the amount of energy released when an atom accepts the electron to form a monovalent gaseous anion. Let us consider X is an atom which accepts the electron to form X minus as anionic species. Anion is formed during the course of the process and certain amount of energy is released when the electron added to the valence shell of an atom. It releases certain amount of energy. That energy is called electron gain enthalpy or electron affinity. Electron affinity. Certain atoms only possess greater tendency to accept the electron towards its valence shell. That is the electron affinity. Electron affinity during the course of the process energy is released. Therefore, it is a exothermic process. Exothermic process. Energy released during the course of the process. Therefore, electron affinity is a exothermic process. Anion is formed during the process. Anion is formed. Is entirely differ from ionization energy. Suppose in the examination point of view, question may ask like this: what's the differences between ionization energy and electron affinity? First of all, you should write the definition for each terms, and after that, in the case of ionization energy, cation is formed and absorption of energy takes place. Therefore, endothermic process. In the case of electron affinity, anion is formed, energy released during the process. Therefore, it is a exothermic process. Then electron affinity of electron affinity and its variation. As I already told you in the previous classes, ionization energy varies from left to right as well as in top to bottom. In the same way of variation can be pronounced in the case of electron affinity also. As we move from left to right in the periodic table, left to right, that is the period of periodic table, electron affinity increases. Electron affinity increases. The reason for increasing electron affinity is size of an atom decreases. Size of an atom will decreases. Electrons are entered into same energy level, same principal quantum number or same main energy level. Size of an atom decreases because the electrons are entered into the same main energy level, so that the force of attraction between nucleus and the valence shell electron increases. Up to halogens, that is group number 17, electron affinity increases. What about the group number 18? Group number 18 is called noble gases or inert gases or rare gases. They shows the completely filled electronic configuration ns to np6. ns to np6, already the valence cell is completely filled. There will be no requirement of further electron for their valence cell. Suppose the electron is enter into the valence cell, there will be no orbitals can be available for accommodate the entering electron. Therefore, the incoming electron may accommodate the higher energy level. Electron may accommodate in higher energy level or higher orbitals. This is not possible or impossible in the case of noble gases. Impossible in the case of noble gases, because already these noble gases shows completely filled electronic configuration. We simply say electron affinity of noble gases are 0. Electron is one of the important question in the examination point of view. Why the electron affinity of noble gases are 0? Why the electron affinity of noble gases are 0? Electron affinity of noble gases are 0 because of their completely filled electronic configuration, ns to np6 configuration. Impossible to add one electron to their valence cell, hence the value becomes 0. Our group number 17. Group number 17, that's a halogen family. What are the members are present in the halogen family? Fluorine, chlorine, bromine and iodine. Fluorine, chlorine, bromine and iodine, astatine are the elements present in the group number 17. What is the variation of electron affinity in a group? As like that ionization energy, electron affinity also decreases as we move down the group. Electron affinity decreases as we move down the group. Because the size of an atom increases, force of attraction between nucleus and the valence shell electron is force of attraction between valence shell electron and the nucleus also decreases. Therefore, the electron affinity decreases as we move down the group. Now consider this halogen family: fluorine, chlorine, bromine and iodine. By actual practice, fluorine to iodine or fluorine to astatine, the electron affinity value must be decreases. But we observe one abnormality in the case of electron affinity of fluorine and chlorine. Fluorine shows less electron affinity than chlorine. Why? What's the reason? It's a very important question in the examination point of view also. Fluorine shows less electron affinity when comparing with chlorine. Why? Or chlorine shows higher electron affinity than that of fluorine. Why? Or simply compare the electron affinity of fluorine and chlorine. How to compare the electron affinity of fluorine and chlorine? Fluorine, atomic number 9, electronic configuration 1s2, 2s2, 2p5. Only two major energy levels, K cell as well as L cells are present. For example, it is diagrammatically represented as like this. Here 2 electrons, here 7 electrons. 7 electrons. Only two major energy levels, or it can have only two principal quantum numbers. The valence shell electrons are tightly held together by the nucleus because of its smaller size. The reason is first, smaller size of fluorine atom. Smaller size of fluorine atom. The second one, the valence shell electrons are strongly held together by the nucleus, so that suppose the electron can enter into this orbital means electron repulsion takes place. These are the two important reasons. First one is smaller size of fluorine atom. Because of its smaller size, when the electron enter into the valence shell, electron repulsion may occur. So due to the electronic repulsion, fluorine cannot attract one electron towards its valence shell. Suppose it does not attract one electron to their valence shell means it shows less electron affinity. Less electron affinity. When comparing this with the chlorine, atomic number 17, electronic configuration 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p5, 3s2, 3p5. So it consists of three major energy levels. Three major energy levels, K cell, L cell and M cell. Principal quantum number also increases 1, 2, 3. The valence cell electrons are present in 3s2 and 3p5. 3s2 and 3p5. Comparing size of fluorine with chlorine, we know that fluorine shows smaller size and chlorine shows higher size. Size of chlorine atom is high when comparing with fluorine. And the valence cell electron or the valence cell consists of only 7 electrons. The valence cell electrons are not tightly held together by the nucleus. Therefore, it's a greater tendency to add one electron to the valence cell and it becomes Cl minus. Naturally, chlorine shows high electron affinity values. Among the periodic table, which element shows higher electron affinity value? The value is, or this element is chlorine. Chlorine is the most electron affinity element. Chlorine is the most electron affinity value element. This also comparing with the values of electron affinities of fluorine and chlorine. Fluorine, when the electron is added to the valence cell, 328 kilojoule per mole energy is released. But in the case of chlorine, 349 kilojoule per mole energy is released. So we can understand chlorine shows higher electron affinity than that of fluorine. And also some other elements, beryllium, magnesium, calcium and nitrogen. Comparing the electron affinities of this beryllium, magnesium, calcium and nitrogen. Beryllium 1s2, 2s2, magnesium 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, calcium finally 4s2, nitrogen 1s2, 2s2, 2p3. These values of electron affinities of beryllium, magnesium and nitrogen are practically zero. Practically zero. We are using the word practically because it is having certain electronegative values. By normal observation it has some electron affinity values, but practically these values become zero because of their electronic configuration. Electronic configuration. Look at the valence cell electronic configuration. 2s2 completely filled, 3s2 completely filled, 4s2 completely filled, 2p3 exactly co-filled. 2p3 is an exactly co-filled configuration. Therefore, it's not possible, not impossible, it's not possible to add one electron to their valence cell easily. But if we supply certain amount of energy, the electron can easily added to the valence cell. Let us consider nitrogen as an example. Nitrogen 7, 1s2, 2s2, 2p3. The valence orbital like this. So 3 vacancies are possible. Suppose we are adding one electron, it becomes n minus, configuration like this. Adding another one electron, it becomes n2 minus, the configuration is like this. Adding another last electron, n3 minus. n3 minus as the valency of nitrogen. So nitrogen poses greater tendency to attract electron to their valence cell, but in actual practice, based on their electronic configuration, it shows exactly co-filled configuration, therefore the values are practically zero. the electron affinities. So in this topic you must learn what is electron affinity or define electron affinity, how electron affinity varies in a group and period, electron affinity of fluorine and chlorine comparison, electron affinity of noble gases. Electron affinity of noble gases are 0. Suppose the electron is added to their valence shell, helium minus, neon minus, etc., etc. Suppose it may be palm means it shows positive values. We can't able to add one electron to their valence shell. We are supplying certain amount of energy and add one electron to their valence shell. Therefore, it shows the positive values. But in the case of chlorine, it shows negative values. Automatically, when the electron is added, energy is released. We can't able to supply certain amount of energy. When the electron is added to the valence shell, the energy is released. So you should learn this topic very well, electron gain enthalpy or electron affinity. The last periodic property is electronegativity. The electronegativity is entirely different periodic property of various elements. So far we discussed the periodic properties which depends on the individual elements. But electronegativity is a relative periodic property. Relative periodic property. So relative periodic property, what is relative means? It not depends on the isolated atom, but it depends on the bonded atom. Electronegativity is always depends on the bonded atom. So now we learn about this electronegativity. What is electronegativity? The exact definition for electronegativity is the relative tendency of an atom in a molecule or atom in a compound to attract the shared pair of electron towards itself. That is called electronegativity. Relative tendency of an atom in a molecule or atom in a compound. Listen, let us consider hydrogen chloride is a molecule. The hydrogen chloride is made by this single covalent bond or single covalent bond. This bond containing 2 electrons. A bond can have 2 electrons. This molecule having 2 atoms. One is hydrogen and another one is chlorine. The bond containing pair of electron can easily attract by one atom. Which atom possesses greater tendency to attract the electron towards itself? That is called electronegativity. Consider these 2 elements. This chlorine possesses greater tendency to attract the electron towards itself, so that it becomes delta positive and chlorine delta minus, partial positive charge and partial negative charge. So chlorine is a most electronegative element. Here chlorine is the electronegative atom. Comparing the electronegativity of hydrogen and chlorine, chlorine shows high electronegative, therefore it can have the tendency to attract the shared pair of electron towards itself more effectively. So it is a relative periodic property, therefore it has no unit. The unit of electronegativity is as no unit. Electronegativity cannot be easily measured, but the ionization energy, atomic radius, ionic radius and other periodic properties are easily measured. But this electronegativity is not easily measured by actual practice. So many scientists try to find out the electronegativity by various method of various scales. So first one is Pauling scale. Pauling scale of electronegativity. Second one is Mulligan scale of electronegativity. Third one is Mulligan's and Jaffe scale of electronegativity. Fourth one is Allred and Rocho's scale of electronegativity. So these are the four methods: Pauling scale of electronegativity, Mulligan scale of electronegativity, Mulligan and Jaffe scale of electronegativity, Allred and Rocho scale of electronegativity. So among this, Pauling scale provides more accurate values of this electronegativity. Nowadays we are using the electronegativity prediction based on this Pauling scale. The Pauling scale is based on the empirical relation between energy of the bond. It depends on two parameters, bond energy and electronegativity of bonded atom. Bond energy and electronegativity of bonded atom. Mulligan scale is based on ionization energy and electron affinity. Simply the average value of ionization energy and electron affinity gives the Mulligan scale of electronegativity. So according to the Pauling scale, Pauling arbitrarily assigned the electronegativity value of hydrogen is 2.1. Assigned the electronegativity value of hydrogen is 2.1. So based on the scale, fluorine shows higher electronegativity value of 4.0. Cesium shows lowest electronegativity value of 0.7. So these are the questions asked in the examination. The most electronegative element is fluorine. Pauling scale, based on the Pauling scale, the value of electronegativity of fluorine is 4.0. Electronegativity value of hydrogen is 2.1. This is arbitrarily assigned value of hydrogen. He simply assigned the electronegativity value of hydrogen is 2.1. The least electronegative or more electropositive element, least electronegative or more electropositive element is cesium 0.7. So these are the some important values about this electronegativity. Now variation of electronegativity, as like that of ionization energy and electron affinity, electronegativity also increases from left to right or in a period. Top to bottom or in a group, electronegativity values decreases. So let us consider the example for this: lithium, beryllium, boron, carbon, nitrogen, oxygen, fluorine. So this value is 4.0, 3.5, 3, 2.5, 2, 1.51. Lithium, the electronegativity value is 1, beryllium 1.5, boron 2, carbon 2.5, etc. Chlorine, again fluorine to chlorine, electronegativity value decreases. Lithium to cesium, electronegativity value decreases 0.7. So left to right, electronegativity value increases. Top to bottom, electronegativity value decreases. So left to right, non-metallic character increases. Top to bottom, metallic character increases. Left to right, non-metallic character increases. Top to bottom, metallic character increases. So I conclude this topic by combining all the periodic properties. So the atomic radius and their periodic trends and other periodic properties and their variation by simple tabular form. Periodic property. Left to right or in a period. Top to bottom or in a group. So what are the periodic properties you learn? Atomic radii or ionic radii. Ionization energy, electron affinity, electronegativity. Ionization energy, electron affinity, electronegativity. How this term varies. Atomic and ionic radii, left to right decreases, top to bottom increases. Ionization energy, electron affinity and electronegativity are all the three terms left to right increases. Top to bottom decreases. So simply you study the periodic properties in this tabular column. So I conclude this topic. So far we learned all the periodic properties. You should study very well. This topic is very important in the examination as well as in the NEET exam, JEE exams. So you concentrate the lesson, and if you have any doubts you may ask. Thank you.